Hi Kevin, Property Soldier here. Just wanted to do a quick video on business rates or council tax for serviced accommodation, because the reality of the situation is, strictly speaking, serviced accommodation and furnished holiday let, which is obviously a form of serviced accommodation, should be on business rates. And so just to clear up a few things about business rates. Once a property is available as service accommodation, furnished holiday let for 140 days, then it should actually be paying business rates and not council tax if it's a furnished holiday let C3 type property. In Wales, actually physically occupied by 70 of those days. Now, the VOA, the Valuation Office Agency that work at the local council, they're actually part of HMRC, but they work at the local council. They're responsible for assessing the business rates for your property. Now, a business rate surveyor I spoke to about this recently, an independent business rate surveyor, said that in his opinion 80% of properties correctly assessed for business rates being used as furnished holiday let service accommodation in the UK would actually be cheaper than council tax. So that's the good news. And the places where they're more expensive are in expensive areas like central London, etc. And so that's the good news. And then there's also a small business rates relief, which is that if your business rates are less than £12,000, which, let's face it, the vast majority of properties are going to be less than £12,000, then you're going to get full relief, and it's then graduated up to £15,000. So actually, for most of you who are doing serviced accommodation, you can get small business rates relief and get full relief and not pay business rates. And obviously you're therefore not going to pay council tax. And a lot of people, when they go on to business rates, that you can get a council, I mean, we've had it several times, a council tax rebate on the council tax that you paid on a property once you go on to business rates, and it's backdated from the date at which you should have been on business rates, and then the small business rates relief kicks in, and you're not paying either. So that's pretty cool. A lot of local VOAs, though, are overestimating how much how much business rates people should be paying, and that's where you might need to get an independent rating surveyor in to go into bat for you to argue the case. It's based on the single bed spaces in a property, and double beds count as single bed spaces, but remember, 80% of properties correctly assessed for business rates should actually be the same or maybe slightly less than council tax. So that should give you a rough idea as to the business rates that you're likely to pay. And you can get relief on at least one property per owning entity. So you might own properties in your own name. A lot of people do, that when people were buying properties in their own name. You might own property in a limited company, you might own property in a partnership with somebody else, or even in a limited liability partnership. These are all separate owning entities and all can get their own small business rates relief. Now, I'm going to just state this. Yes, it's my opinion, but it's also the opinion of experts, business rate surveyors, is that there isn't actually much of an appetite for local councils to be going out there and enforcing and putting people on business rates. Because a lot of people are on council tax, and the councils could, let's face it, quite easily go onto Airbnb and Booking.com and look at properties and find properties that should really be on business rates. The reason why they don't is because business rates goes to local, so it goes to central government, and then they give a little bit back to the councils, but not as much as they would be collecting in council tax. So there's not a huge appetite for them to be going out there and policing this stuff. But like I say, you can opt to go onto business rates, or if the local council contact you, they might actually insist that you go on to business rates which is absolutely fine. Now, I need to also make the point here, because there's a lot of confusion about this. When people are doing rent to SA, so you are operating somebody else's property for service accommodation / furnished holiday let, it's the operator who is eligible to, let's look at this logically, either pay council tax or pay business rates. So it would be the SA operator, the rent to SAer, if you like, to apply for the business rates and then clearly apply for small business rates relief. So hopefully that clears up a few things for you. Hopefully that helps. If you found this video useful, give me a like, and if you've got any comments or any questions, please post them below, and I will endeavour to help you with that stuff. So thanks very much for watching, everyone, and here's to your success in serviced accommodation.